Huh. Okay. I think that's right. This should be right. Yeah. Hate Unk? Why the hell am I Unk? I don't think I'm old enough to qualify for that. But I'm doing fine. How are you? I'm old now? Okay. I didn't know that. How old is one required to be before you're old? What's up, Alex? Oh my gosh. Hi, Shadow Song. How are you? Please don't open there. Son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's fine. What y'all think about Rubber Soul? What's the thoughts? Is this one of their best? Just one of their worst? Is this the worst album you've ever heard in your life? Because that seems harsh. I don't think it's that bad. Is it the second worst album you've ever heard in your life? Could be the second one. I don't know. 957th worst album you've ever heard. You know, that might not be that bad. I feel like there's probably a lot of albums out there. So, being in 957th is probably not an insult. Finally listening to Peak? I guess we'll find out, won't we? It's okay, it's decent, great, but definitely not their best. I don't know. I mean, I know, but I don't know. Hi, Eep. How are you doing? At least the Beatles are getting somewhere with this album. I guess you could say that. Their best up to that point easily. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's some big with the Beatles or Beatles for sale fans in here. I don't know. I mean, there's only like 5 people watching this. So I doubt it, but whatever. You never know. Was the 4th one Help? Was that... Hold on. Please please me. I could just look at it. With the Beatles, Beatles for sale. Beatles for sale. Was there... Oh, Hard Day's Night, then Help. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Alright. We can probably start this. Because this should not be too long of a stream. Because it's a pretty quick album. It's only 35 minutes. Alright. Rubber Soul. The Beatles. 1965. I think this was... This is their 6th album. I'm 99.9% sure. 6 studio. 1, 4, 5. 6th, yeah. This is number 6. Pretty big moment for them. As far as I remember. I mean, because, you know, their first 4 albums right here, you know, a lot of covers. Their original songs are just kind of like some, you know, very straightforward kind of pop and pop rock stuff going on. And not really until, like, there's a couple moments on Help where they really start to branch out a little bit, start to write stuff outside of just like a straight up pop song or like a love song, really. Specifically with the song Yesterday, although that is kind of a love song, but not, I don't know, it's more like it's a pretty sad song, I guess. But then they make Rubber Soul. I think this was like when they met Bob Dylan, and Bob Dylan introduced them to some stuff, some substances that I'm not sure they had ever experienced before. And they wanted to branch out musically, Wanted to try some new stuff. Perhaps somewhat due to those substances having some sort of impact on them. Who knows? I can't say, you know. Who could say? But that's the rumors. Everything I just said could be wrong. I'm not dying on the hill that I'm right about any of that. But yeah, this is kind of when they started writing is not a word. Writing some more ambitious stuff, in my opinion. Really more of a cohesive album rather than just a collection of love songs that they called an album. It was really just a pile of singles, really. This is also kind of when they started a little competitive rivalry with the Beach Boys. They made this, and then I think the Beach Boys made Pet Sounds, and then the Beatles were inspired to make like Revolver and Sgt. Pepper, and they're going back and forth, trying to be as like innovative with pop songs and pop rock songs as you can really be. And yeah, did some pretty groundbreaking stuff in the mid to late 60s. But yeah, this is kind of the inception point as far as I'm aware. Yeah, 14 tracks, 35 minutes, pretty straightforward to the point album. Nothing super long on here. They wouldn't really make a particularly long album until the White Album. So, yeah, I don't really have any more background on it because I don't really know that much about this album outside of whatever I just said. Personally, it has been a few years at least since I've listened to this album, and I've always kind of just thought about it like, you know, it's got a few songs on it that I like, but overall it's not like one of the most memorable Beatles albums ever. But I've never thought it was like terrible or anything, but it's probably been about at least 3, if not like 4, maybe even more years since I've listened to the whole thing start to finish. So I don't really know what I'm going to get out of this, but I'm going to get something out of it, I imagine. All right. Let's see. Who the hell is in here? What's up, DHD? Tarny is calling something mid. I don't know what, but all right. Just before we start, I want to say, in my life, is it 10? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. It's hanging just fine. What's up? Anders? How's it going? Alright. Let's go ahead and get this started. This should not be a very long review. Opening track, Drive My Car. And audio should be good. Let me know if you can't hear the audio.
Asked the girl what she wanted to be. She said, baby, can't you see? I wanna be famous, a star of the screen. But you can do something in between. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a
That's a fun chorus.
baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. I told that girl that my prospects were good. And she said, baby, it's understood. Working for peanuts
Is that a cowbell? I don't remember a cowbell.
baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star.
Probably already a star at this point.
Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. Beep, 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 yeah.
What is that? Why is there a cowbell? I can't. It's standing out so much to me. So stupid. Why do they do that? Alright. It's drive my car. You know, I'll give it that it's very, very catchy. Very good melody writing going on here. The lyrics are silly as hell. But it's pretty funny. It's pretty tongue-in-cheek and it's funny. Whatever. I don't know if it really needs a cowbell. It's a little distracting. But it's not doing that much damage, I don't think. You know, that's a fun little catchy song. It's produced fine. They hadn't really gotten to their peak of production powers yet, but it was fine. I can give that like a 7.5. That was fun. Let's see. Y'all will certainly enjoy that cowbell. 8.5. Fun and goofy. 7.5. Good song. 8, 7, 10 from Eep, of course. 8. Alright. Not terrible ratings. Let's see, next up we have Norwegian Wood. This bird has flown. I know this is a huge favorite among Beatles fans. I've never been crazy about it, but we'll see if that changes. Those are two very different things. George. Is that George? I think it's George.
She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere.
Why are y'all typing fucking Imagine Dragons lyrics? Okay. That's really short. I guess that would count as one of George's, like, raga songs. If you do count that as one of them, which, I mean, it's certainly, like, the sitar, I think he's playing in, like, the left channel. I think that kind of counts it for that. I don't know. I'm still not crazy about sitars. But like outside of that, I mean, it had a really good melody. I probably liked it more on this listen than I have before. It was a very catchy melody with some cool lyrics. I can probably give that a 7.5. I know that y'all are not gonna love that rating, but it is what I think. Let's see, 9 from Vertigo, 8 to an 8.5 from Alex, 11 from Eep, 10 from Shadow Song. Goodness, 7.5 to an 8 from Anders, 9 from DHD. Y'all are being weird with the fucking... I don't know what lyrics y'all are typing, honestly. Is that still Imagine Dragons lyrics or something? They're godforsaken lyrics. Alright. Next up is You Won't See Me. Stop saying fucking thunder. You Won't See Me.
When I call you up, your line's engaged. I have had enough, so act your age. We have lost the time that was so hard to find.
Oh,
And I will lose my mind
it's loud.
if you won't see me. You won't see me. You won't see me. You won't see. I don't know why you should want to hide, but I can't.
Do we need backup of Ulalas? Is that needed?
Hands are tied. I won't want to stay. I don't have much to say, but I get turned away, and you won't see me. You won't see me. You won't see me. You won't see me. Time after time, you refuse to even listen. I wouldn't mind if I knew what I was missing. Though the days are few, they're filled with tears. And since I lost you, it feels like years. Yes, it seems so long. Girl, since you've been gone, and I just can't go on. If you won't see me, you won't see me. You won't see me. You won't see me. Time after time, you refuse to even listen. I wouldn't mind if I knew what I was missing. Though the days are few, they're filled with tears. And since I lost you, it feels like years. Yes, it seems so long.
Can I ask why you're typing Imagine Dragons lyrics? Is there a reason?
If you won't see me, you won't see me. You won't see me. You won't see me.
Peak poetry. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Alright, You Won't See Me. first three songs on here are all very similar in terms of quality, honestly. They all pretty much have a very good melody, solid production, good writing. None of them are like too. I mean, they're definitely not too long. These songs are short as hell. Well performed, good lyrics. There's just like one in each three of these first three songs. There's just like one little thing that's like, don't love that. And I guess this one was just the background ooh la las, which I don't know if doing that has ever been needed in any song ever, honestly. But beyond that, good work. Very catchy. Nice lyrics. Better love song lyrics than there have been on like their albums before this. 7.5 to an 8. I know these are all like the same ratings, but these are all very similar songs in my opinion, honestly. Let's see. 7.5, I remember liking it more back then. I don't know when back then is, but alright. Anders. What's up, Lava Jacob? 7.5 from Vertigo. Oh my gosh. How many Imagine Dragons songs are y'all planning on doing? I'm just curious. 7.5 from Alex. From Liverpool, the Beatles festivals are still decent. I to one in years because I live here, but they were a good day out last I checked. Okay. Cool. 7.5 from Shadow Song. The instrumentals feel somewhat empty on this album. I mean, it's not the greatest production of all time, obviously, but it's a step in the right direction for them. 8.5 to a 9 from DHD. Okay. Big Rubber Soul fan, apparently. Alright, next up is Nowhere Man.
He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans.
Are you picking like all of the worst songs ever to type the lyrics out? Are you doing two songs at the same time? Don't encourage them.
He's as blind as he can be, just sees what he wants to see. Nowhere man, can you see me at all?
I like those little drum rolls in here. Those are cool. Have I seen the Yellow Submarine movie? I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
All right. That was Nowhere Man. Well, I think it's pretty fair and safe to say that that is definitely a step up from the previous three songs. Not that the previous three songs are bad, because they're not. They're all very solid songs. But I think that is definitely better than the previous three. I think it's got the best melody, probably the best lyrics, maybe the best production, although the production is pretty much the same for all four of them. You thought that was the weakest so far? That's crazy. I'm feeling like an 8.5 to a 9 on Nowhere Man, honestly. Great song. Let's see. That's like the definition of an 8.5. I did give it an 8.5 to a 9, so I guess you're not super far off. 8 from Anders? I don't know the pronounce your name, I'm sorry. 8.5 from Vertigo. 7.5 to an 8 from DHC, which is wild. 9 from Alex. How many songs are y'all, like, doing right now? Because this is at least 3. Pop is not genre. Kind of is. I don't really know what the hell that has to do with anything, but it kind of is. 8 from Shadow Song. Alright. Everyone at the store getting groceries. This could be like 20 fucking lyrics. I don't even know. Okay. Next up we have Think For Yourself. What the fuck is happening, Sean? I really don't.
I've got a word or two to say about the things that you do. You're telling all those lies about the good things that we can have if we close our eyes. Do what you want to do and go where you're going to. Think for yourself.
The Beatles also influenced Dylan. Sure.
I left you far behind, the ruins of the life that you have in mind. And though you still can't see, I know your mind's made up, you're gonna cause more misery. Do what you want to do and go where you're going to. Think for yourself, 'cause I will be there with you.
That's a pretty good chorus.
Your mind's opaque. Try thinking more if just for your own sake. The future still looks good, and you've got time to rectify all the things that you should. Do what you want to do and go where you're going to. Think for yourself, 'cause I will be there with you.
The Beach Boys are not in the same league with the Beatles.
Do what you want to do.
Probably not. I was just saying that they had a little rivalry. Well, I don't really remember that song too much, but I'm not entirely sure why. That was pretty good. I thought that was a great chorus. Good writing throughout the entire thing. Yeah. Very good melody. Good lyrics. Yeah, that was good. I'm gonna give that an 8. That was really good. Let's see. 8 to an 8.5 from DHD. 7.6 from David. Very specific rating. 8 from Anders. I'm going to call you Anders unless you correct me. 7.5 from Alex. 7 from Shadow Song. Fun track 9 to a 9.5 from Sharky. Okay, my goodness. 7.5 could have been better if the guitar wasn't farting. Okay. 7.5 from Vertigo. Let's see. I can just say Andy. Okay. Nothing happening here. Gone. Alright, have a good one. Next up we have The Word. Don't remember this at all.
Say the word and you'll be free. Say the word and be like me. Say the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard the word is love?
Honestly, what was he expecting?
It's the word love. In the beginning I misunderstood, but now I've got it. The word is good. Spread the word and you'll be free. Spread the word.
You could add substance, but that would offend.
Spread the word.
It would offend who?
Thinking of. Have you heard the word is love?
How do you see something offensive during a Beatles album?
Sunshine, it's the word love. Everywhere I go, I hear it said. In the good and the bad books that I have read.
This has some really weird
You'll be free.
guitar tones.
Say the word.
Clanking.
Say the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard?
Not the best melody on this album. This is the best song on the album for you? Wow. It's a decent beat, but I'm not sold on the vocals here, or the vocal melody. Alright, honestly, I think that was probably, for me, that was probably the weakest one on the album so far. Just not like a tremendous vocal melody there. Lyrics were not super engaging either. And some weird guitar tones. I'm not really sure what they were going for there. I give that like 6.5. That's fair. 7 to a 7.5 from Alex. It's good. 8.5 from Sharky. Wow. 7 to a 7.5 from DHT. 6.7 from Vertigo. 7.5 from Andy. Sorry. 9 from Shadow Song. 6 by Noah. Alright, next up we have Michelle, which I have seen the title of a million times. I don't really remember what it sounds like though.
Michelle, my belle, these are words that go together well. My Michelle,
Is he just explaining how he writes songs? How he writes lyrics?
my belle, someday mo keep on play bien ensemble. I love you, I love
French,
you,
man.
I love you. That's That's all I want to say. Until I find a way, I will say the only words I know that you understand. Michelle, ma belle, sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. I need to, I need to, I need to, I need to make you see oh, what you mean to me. Until I do, I'm hoping you will know what I mean. I love you. I want you, I want you, I want you. I think you know by now. I'll get to you somehow. Until I do, I'm telling you so you'll understand. Michelle, ma belle, sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble. And I will say the only words I know that you'll understand, my Michelle.
Is that really like a particularly noteworthy song? That seems really forgettable to me. A 9.5? You give me that a 9.5 out of 15? I mean, it's a little overly jaunty, honestly. I don't speak French, so I don't know what he said there, but I don't really think it's gonna change anything. Nothing there really impressed me all that much. Everything about that was just like, that was okay, I guess, but it wasn't like some amazing melody or some great lyrics or like a tremendous instrumental or something. I'm gonna go like 6.5. I don't know. Yeah, 6.5. 9.5 from Sharky, which is wild. 8 from Noah. Don't know where you're getting that from. 7 from Andy. 6 to a 6.5. There you go, DHD. 7 from Alex. Dedicated to Michelle Obama? Probably. I mean, who else would that be dedicated to? 7 from Shadow Song. It gets stuck in your head. I wouldn't say that's necessarily a good thing, but alright. 9 from Vertigo. Let Me Be Clear, song. For No One Shits on Michelle as a ballad. That's true. For No One is a lot better than Michelle. Alright, now we have What Goes On. 8.5 from Super Funny. Is that Ringo singing? Oh, boy, that is Ringo singing.
The other day I saw you as I walked along the road. But when I saw him with you, I could feel my future fold. It's so easy for
What is this guitar playing?
Tell me why. What goes on in your heart? What goes on
Did he not? I'm pretty sure Ringo wrote all the Rolling Stones songs.
I used to think of no one else but you were just the same. You didn't even think of me as someone with a name. Did you mean to break my heart and watch me die? Tell me why. What goes on in your heart? What goes on in your mind? You are tearing me apart when you treat me so unkind. What goes on in your mind?
Okay. Um. Why did we need to let Ringo write songs? What would we have really lost? I mean, what is like the peak? Octopus's Garden? Is that like that's the best he would ever do? So like, is it really that much of a loss? Now, I can enjoy Octopus's Garden, but like, to dodge stuff like this and the stuff on the White Album, I think losing that is kind of worth it, honestly. I don't... This is really boring. This song is just really mid. Rough chorus. Not particularly remarkable lyrics. Kind of a bad instrumental, honestly. That guitar playing was terrible. Yeah, I really don't... You could have just had Ringo play the drums, and he didn't need to ever write songs, honestly. Yeah, I'll be like nice and give that a 5, honestly. Let's see. I better not be dissing the Beatles. I kind of just dissed Ringo, but just as a songwriter. I don't think I've been dissing the Beatles. I think I've been very positive about this album. Let's see. 5.5 from Alex, 5 from Vertigo. He didn't write that one, Paul and John did. Well, it's still not good, whoever wrote it. Let's see. What goes on in a fart? Alright. Goes fair game. Alright, next up we have Girl. Which is just the greatest title for a song I've ever heard in my life. Girl. Fucking brilliant. How did y'all come up with that? Oh my gosh. Girl.
Is there anybody going to listen to my story? All about the girl who came to stay.
The Girl Who Came to
She's the
Stay
kind of girl you want
would have
so
been a
much
better
it makes you
title.
sorry. Still you don't
Girl.
regret a single day. Ah, girl. Girl.
What was that?
When I think of all the times I've tried so hard to leave
Yeah, why did he take
she
a
will turn to me and
deep
start to
inhale?
cry.
What the hell was that?
And she promises the earth to me, and I believe her. After all this time, I don't know why. Ah, girl.
Stop doing that. Please stop doing that.
She's the kind of girl who puts you down when friends are there. You feel a fool.
What is happening?
When you say she's looking good, she acts as if it's understood she's cool.
Have I not heard this album before? It's been like 4 years, maybe more, since I do not remember most of these.
Was she
been a
told
long
when
time.
she was young that pain would lead to pleasure? Did she understand it when they said that a man must break his back to earn his day of leisure? Will she still believe it when he's dead? Ah, girl, girl.
Okay, we have been on a run of not great songs here. I don't really know why there's just a stretch on this album where there's just some mistakes being made, but I gotta disagree with the decision making going on here. I don't understand it. I do not care for it. Again, not like a great melody here, which we started off with such very good melodies to start this album, and this streak right here is kind of dropped the ball on that. Don't understand the whole inhale thing on the chorus. I don't like whatever he's trying to do. I don't like it. It just sounds stupid. Didn't really understand the backup singers going tit 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 tit. Don't understand. Why are you doing that? Sounds dumb. Ringo might have some competition for the weakest song here. I'm gonna give that like a 5. Honestly, that was really forgettable, or maybe not forgettable in the sense that there's just parts of that are annoying. 9 from Super Pony, which is crazy. Love this song at 9.5 from Sharky. That's wild. All right. 7.5 from Alex. A 2 from Andy. 7 from Vertigo. 8.5 from Shadow Song. 6 from DHD. Very divisive song for some reason. Maybe I am a Beatles hater. Maybe I am. Who knows? Alright. Please, I'm looking through you. Bring it back here. Please. Questionable start.
I'm looking through you.
Bringing it back a little. Okay, we might be
I
back.
thought I knew you. What did I know? You don't look different, but you have changed. I'm looking through you. You're not the same.
Wow.
Your lips are moving.
That was a rough guitar tone. And whatever the other instrument is. Both of those.
But the words aren't clear.
Rough.
You don't sound different. I've learned the game. I'm looking through you. You're not the same. Why, tell me, why did you not treat me right? Love has a nasty habit of disappearing overnight. You're thinking of me the same old way. You were above me, but not today. The only difference is you're down there. I'm looking through you, and you're nowhere. Why, tell me, why did you not treat me
The rest of the song is like very solid. And then there's just like the shittiest guitar. It's like it's.
Where did you go? I thought I knew you. What did I know? You don't look different, but you have changed. I'm looking through you. You're not the same. Yeah, maybe you changed.
What is the other instrument being played there? The bampa. Okay, everything besides those two instruments was really good. I even liked what the guitar and other thing were playing. I like that they were there, just the tones are terrible. Goodness. I'll go like, I think that's gonna average out to like a 7. Am I gonna listen to any other Beatles albums? I've listened to most of them. I'm not sure how many more there are to do. And so, I'm not sure how many more Beatles albums there are that I really care about. 7 from Alex. 9, guitar tone sounds fine, get over it. Cool. I think the rest of chat, or at least some of the people in chat, would agree that guitar tone was fucking terrible. 6.6 from Vertigo. 6.5 from Andy. 9.5 from Sharky, who's just the biggest Rubber Soul fan I've ever seen in my life. It's hard to be 8 from Shadow Song. It's hard to be objective when your parents introduce Beatles as your first musical experience. That guitar tone is what Cole hears on Revolver. There are bad guitar tones on Revolver. You cannot tell me that there are no bad guitar tones on Revolver. It's just not possible. 7 from D, as you give it the exact same fucking rating that I did. Okay. You cannot tell me that there are no bad guitar tones on Revolver. There's like 5. And yet, you say this, and yet I still think that's a really good album. But whatever. Alright. Revolver is not a unanimous 10. Who the hell thinks Revolver is just like a straight up 10? Okay, next up we have In My Life, one of their most iconic songs. I gave Revolver an 8.5, went it to 10. Revolver is not a 10. It's not even the best Beatles album. It's like their 3rd best album. Listen, I really hate to break it to y'all. The Beatles never made a 10 out of 10 album. They just didn't. Alright? And if you want, we can go into the reasons for why they didn't do that. But we'll have to wait a minute. So we got 4 more songs here. Alright, next up is In My Life.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living.
best 40 seconds in music. That is a bold fucking claim. We are gonna take a look at Abbey Road after this. I have some points to prove. So apparently I didn't make myself clear when we reviewed that album. Alright, In My Life. I think we know the deal here. That's the best song on the album. At least, I would be blown away if one of the 3 songs after this passed it. But I think that's handily the best song on this album. Probably, like, up until this point, this is probably the best song the Beatles had written. It's either this or Yesterday. I would say it's a little shorter than I'd like for it to be. This may be blasphemy, but I'm going to give it a 9.5. 9.5 out of 10. I don't think it's quite a 10, but it is an amazing song. Beautiful song, tremendous melody, gorgeous lyrics, probably the best lyrics they'd ever. I mean, again, between this and Yesterday, best lyrics they had written so far. Yeah, pretty stellar stuff going on there. Alright, let's see. Y'all just being wrong about Abbey Road. I know what your point is. You hate I Want You. I don't even really hate the song I Want You, She's So Heavy. I really don't hate that song. But it does not help the album that much. Let's see. 10 from Super Pony. 9.5 from Andy. 10 from Shadow Song. 10 from Sharky. 9.5. A bit overrated, but still amazing. From Alex. 9.5 from DHD. What if I told you Her Majesty is the best song ever made? Well, I would obviously have to agree with you. I mean, how could one even argue with that? I just take context in consideration. For the context, both Revolver and Abbey Road, accompanied by the great music, make them 10s. I don't even really know what that statement meant, but neither of them are a 10. They have problems. Both of them have too many problems to be a 10. Alright, next up is Wait. Some brilliant song titles on this album.
It's been a long
Girl,
time
Wait,
now.
The Word.
Coming back home, I've been away now. Oh, how I've been alone. Wait till I come back to your side. We forget the tears we cried. But if your heart
I would consider them objective problems. I don't know why people wouldn't.
turn me away, and if your heart's strong, hold on, I won't delay. Wait till I come back to your side. We forget the tears.
I'm not saying these songs are bad because they have dumb titles. I'm just saying, like,
I've been good, as good as I can be.
Wait.
And if you do, I'll trust in you.
I mean, Wait's not that bad. I don't know why I think about it.
For me, it's been a long time. Now I'm coming back home. I've been away now. Oh, how I've been alone. Wait till I come back to your
This is a very good chorus.
We forget the tears we cried. I feel as though you ought to know that I've been good, as good as I can be. And if you do, I'll trust in you and know that you will wait for me. But if your heart breaks, don't wait, turn me away. And if your heart's strong, hold on, I won't delay.
That was good. I thought that was good. Really good chorus. Not the most lyrically stellar thing I've ever heard, but very well written. Great melody, especially on the chorus. Yeah. I'll throw that an 8. I thought that was very good. Let's see. I do glaze Highway 61. I mean, most of the compliments that I give Highway 61 are well deserved. It's a tremendous record. For Beatles, 9. I don't know why you would qualify it with saying for the Beatles, but whatever. 8 from Super Pony, 8.5 from Alex, 9 from Sharky, 8 Fun from Andy, 9 from Shadow Song, 7.9 from DHD, one of the most specific ratings I've ever seen DHD Bling give, but alright. Pretty accurate ratings, good job. 9 from Mommy Dave, okay, wonder who Dave is. Alright, next up we have If I Needed Someone. It's a very bright guitar.
If I needed someone to love, you're the one that I'd be thinking of. If I needed someone, if I had some more time to spend, then I guess I'd be with you, my friend. If I needed someone, had you come some other day, then it might not have been like this. But you see now I'm too much in love. Carve your number on my wall, and maybe you will get a call from me. If I needed someone, if I had some more time to spend, then I guess I'd be with you, my friend. If I needed someone, had you come some other day, then it might not have been like this. But you see now I'm too much in love. Carve your number on my wall, and maybe you will get a call from me. If I needed someone,
Alright. That was solid. That was pretty good. I didn't really have any complaints about that. I wouldn't say that was on the level of, like, you know, In My Life or really Nowhere Man, but well done. Good melody, good writing, good lyrics, good singing. I'll throw that a 7.5. Very solid. Let's see, 8 from Vertigo, 8.5 from Noah, 8.5 from Alex, 7.5 from DHD, 7.5 from Andy, 8.5 to a 9 from Sharky, 9 from Shadow Song, 7.5. George has done and can do much better. Well, that's true. Super Pony. All right. Last song off of Rubber Soul, the closer, Run for Your Life. Very menacing title from the Beatles.
Well, I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. You better keep your head, little girl, I won't know where I am. You better run
Love
for
the
your life if
aggressive
you can,
tones.
little girl.
very hard for the mid '60s Beatles to sound aggressive.
Well, you know that I'm a wicked guy and I was born with a jealous mind. And I can spend my whole life trying just to make it toe the line. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man, that's the end, little girl. Let this be a sermon, I mean everything I said. Baby, I'm determined and I'd rather see you dead. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man, that's the end, little girl.
I think it was much more normal to use the term like little girl in this way back in 1965.
You better
I don't
keep
think
your
it was
head, little girl, or you won't know where I am. You better run
Just
for your life if you
for the
can,
record.
little girl. Hide your head in the sand.
I think it was said a lot.
Catch you with another man, that's the end.
They weren't that old. I mean, that was okay. I wouldn't say that was like a particularly stellar closer, or particularly stellar song. Didn't really do that much for me. Melody was okay. Lyrics were pretty boring. That was like basically just like a first, 3-album Beatles song right there, honestly. So I could really just do without it. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever heard, but it was just really whatever. I'll give that like a 5. Let's see. Mid-ending 5 from Noah. Pretty much. 7.5. Really overhated people say is by far the worst one. It's definitely not. I don't know. I don't think it's the worst song. It's just like I just thought it was kind of boring and forgettable. 7 from Sharky. 2.5. Wow. Not a fan. Super. Terrible closer. Shit lyrics. Everything about it sucks. I felt like it was just kind of boring. 5.5 from DHD, 5 boring from Andy, 6 from Vertigo. A moody John is a good John. Maybe. Alright, that was Rubber Soul by the Beatles. You can obviously see how they're evolving their songwriting, their lyricism, their production stuff, because they're adding new stuff in on this album. It's getting a little psychedelic, just like a tiny bit, which is kind of gonna explode on Revolver. It's still pretty straightforward stuff, but I think the melody writing is getting a lot better, the lyricism is getting a lot better, the production is getting more interesting. They're taking some chances here, which I admire, and it pays off decently well. I wouldn't say there's anything about this album that's particularly mind-blowing to me or like just unbelievably great, but I think it's solid. There's nothing on here that's horrible. I mean, there's like maybe a moment or two that sucks, but it's mostly solid. It's pretty good. Yeah. Solid album. I mean, I think I've covered like all of the major Beatles albums at this point. Um, from like Rubber Soul to, well, I mean, not just me by myself, obviously, but I think we did all like Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, Mystery Tour, White Album, and Abbey Road, and Let It Be. So I'm trying to think how I would rank all. Oh, I guess I gotta rate Rubber Soul. I could give Rubber Soul a 7 out of 10. I think that's fair. 7 out of 10 album for Rubber Soul. I think that's fair. 7.5 from Alex. Let's see. 8 out of 10 from Super Pony. 8 out of 10 from Vertigo. 6 out of 10 from Midnight Winds. 9 out of 10 from Strum Band. 5 for the album by Andy. Realistically, only coming back to 3 songs, maybe. Fair enough. 69 out of 100 from Dynamic for Real. 7.5 to an 8 from DHD. Geese reaction when I don't know. Probably not anytime soon. Imagine Dragons discography next. Well, I mean, duh. Fuck else would I do? Help is better than this album? I don't know about that. Let's see. If I was gonna, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these. How would y'all rank like the 7, I mean in my opinion, like the 7 major Beatles albums? Like from Rubber Soul to Let It Be. How do y'all rank those out? I'm trying to think of how I would do that. It'd probably be easier to start at my favorite than my least favorite. I mean, no, I don't know that. Like, that's a fun song. One, the White Album. I don't know the rest. Let It Be is criminally underrated. Is it? Is it underrated? I don't think Let It Be is underrated. I don't think I don't think any of these qualify as underrated, even if I do enjoy them a lot. No, Let It Be is not underrated. Oh my gosh. The White Album is probably my favorite. Then Abbey Road. Then Revolver. Then Magical Mystery Tour. I mean, it's hard to know what to do with this. I mean, this does have this on it, and this is just so great. This is such a hard album to rank. You know, it's probably a little more solid. Okay, I mean, I think Rubber Soul is definitely more consistent than Sgt. Pepper. I don't even know. I mean, I get that that's probably not the most popular opinion in the world, but I definitely think Rubber Soul is more consistent than Sgt. Pepper. Sgt. Pepper, obviously, to me at least, has a better peak than Rubber Soul with A Day in the Life, because A Day in the Life is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard. I guess White Album 1, I mean, if I'm just doing off my personal favorites, White Album is probably 1, Abbey Road 2, Revolver 3, Magical Mystery Tour 4, I guess Sergeant Pepper 5, Rubber Soul 6, and then Let It Be 7. Let's see. White Album, Abbey Road, Revolver, Major Major, Sergeant Pepper, Rubber Soul. You fucking nailed it, Alex. Good for you. What a ranking. Let It Be at 3? That's fucking crazy. That's so... No. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. Okay, and just so we're clear here, this is not as great as this album is. This album is not a 10. Okay? Oh, okay. And there's a couple of reasons that this album is not. First of all, this song fucking exists. Where is your ranking? Super Common. Oh my, I can't even listen to that. White Album 1, Revolver 2, Abbey Road 3, Magical Mystery Tour 4, Let It Be 5, Rubber Soul 6, Sergeant Pepper 7. I mean, Abbey Road is better than Revolver. Let It Be does not. Let It Be is got to be the weakest one. Other than that, it's fine. Oh my God. Because is not a good song. First of all, no, I didn't want to go back. That is an awful instrument. Like what is I don't know what's making like some keyboard organ synth thing, whatever the hell that is, sounds awful. Clavinet, terrible. This sounds like garbage. That just sounds terrible. That sounds like a plastic children's toy. Are you kidding me? Why are the Beatles using that? The lyrics of this song are stupid as hell, and it drags so much for a song that's less than 3 minutes. No. To just everything about that song. No. Absolutely not. Now, I will say, after the song Clavichord, whatever the fuck it's called, after that song, Here to Here is remarkable. This run right here is fucking stellar. I mean, this is incredible. The melody writing, the performances, the lyrics, everything right here is spectacular. Up here we have some problems. Some people think the medley is the worst part of the album. Okay, first of all, this is another... I don't really know why this is an unpopular opinion, but apparently it is. There are 2 medleys on Abbey Road, clearly, because I don't understand how you can count, like, all of this as one medley. I don't even understand that. This song clearly has an ending. It's over. It goes to silence. And then it comes in with... Like, that is... How is that one medley? There are 2. There's this one, and then there's this one. There's 2. And this medley right here, these 3 songs in a row, is, like, the second best thing the Beatles ever wrote. It's amazing. Let's see. She came into the bathroom window is still part of the medley, sorry. Why? Why? I feel like it's the end of the first medley. I think it's the last song of the first medley. I don't know why these 3 songs would be combined with this one. I don't understand. They designed it to be one long medley. I mean, they can say it's whatever they want to say, but I don't, like... It clearly stops. Also, the guitar tone on this song is still fucking terrible. It just is. The guitar tone on this song is awful. Horrible. That's terrible. album with this song, I mean, I don't see how you can have this song on this album and still call it a 10. Also, the guitar tone here is terrible. And you could probably just cut Maxwell's Silver Hammer. It's probably unnecessary. So yeah, Abbey Road is not a 10. It is close. My arguments as White isn't a 10 aren't very strong. Is this a good song or something? This is a horrible song. The song is like a 3. That instrument sounds like garbage. This opening guitar tone is terrible. The lyrics of this song, I could pretty much do without this entire song, honestly. I don't know where y'all are getting that Because is a good song. Skip that shit every time. What do y'all like about Because? I don't understand. It's just annoying. I can't even listen to the intro. This is some of the dumbest lyrics they ever wrote. This is idiotic lyricism. With terrible instrumental. What does that mean? It's a 10 for every metric possible? What does it mean? What are these metrics?
Because the wind is high, it blows my mind. Because
From cover to influence? Like the album's cover to the influence of it? I don't see how either of those things have anything to do with nominating a 10. There's plenty of albums with a great cover and a lot of influence that aren't even particularly good. This is so fucking boring. Oh my lord. This is so boring. Because the world is round, it turns me on is a magnificent lyric. That's the dumbest fucking line. That's the dumbest line on this album. I mean, this is just pales in comparison to something like You Never Give Me Your Money or fucking like anything from here. It's just doesn't even, it's not even the same universe. And this is not a 10 either. As much as I love these two albums, these are not 10s. I mean, what the fuck is this? God, I can't listen to that. Is OK Computer a 10? No, OK Computer is not a 10. OK Computer is like an 8.5 to a 9. It's not a 10. Peak is what that is. This is peak to y'all. The fuck is this? Is so dumb. There's too many bad songs in this album. I mean, why don't we do it? Don't Pass Me By sucks. Why don't we do it in the road sucks. Fucking. I don't even know what to say about this. OK Computer is better than Revolver. Probably. It has Fitter Happier. Yeah, Fitter Happier is fucking stupid and a waste of everyone's time. Oh, Lord. This is not a particularly strong ending to it. Like, This is not a great ending to this album either. Have I heard the Moody Blues Days of Future Past? Yes, I have heard Days of Future Past. It's a good album. Okay, Nothing Sung by Ringo is a great song. He's not a good enough singer. Y'all really been typing Imagine Dragons lyrics for an hour and a half. That's honestly kind of commendable. And yet you've only done like 3 of their songs, which is remarkable. Reason for Revolver not being a 10? I mean, the George Harrison Raga songs are not good. Like, I can totally do without this. This can just go away. Good Day Sunshine is kind of annoying. The chorus is not good.
Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. I need to laugh. And when the sun is
That shit is goofy as hell. Yellow Submarine is not doing the album any favors either. And there are a couple of songs here with some rough guitar tones. There just are. I hate to break it to y'all, but there are. Enjoy the goofiness. I could enjoy the goofiness if it was enjoyable, but there's some goofiness that's enjoyable. There's other goofiness that's annoying. I mean, Yellow Submarine is somewhat enjoyable goofiness, but Good Day Sunshine is just annoying. Oh my gosh, fucking fine. Good lord. And I mean,
your day breaks.
nope, not that one. That is not a good guitar tone. And I mean, I like this song, but that is not a good guitar tone. It's just not. Dr. Roberts, what? I mean, it's an okay song. There's too many. There's just a couple of songs in here that's just like okay and not like anything special. Still a very good album though. Very good. Am I taking requests? I certainly can. Where in the hell is the fucking... Oh, there it is. Okay. There you go. It's just okay. You know, lots of other artists in the 60s were doing what these guys were doing. We're doing what these guys were doing. In the 60s we're doing what... I'm not sure what your comment is even saying. Honestly. Alright, fucking Innocent in Vain. I just don't get it. Apparently not. But I mean, I don't think like Revolver is like close to being a 10. There's plenty of albums that are a lot closer to being a 10 than Revolver, The White Album, and Abbey Road. Okay. I've never actually heard a Nico song before, so this will be interesting. Brian Eno's on synthesizer here? That's cool. We're getting fucking Velvet Underground today.
The battered bracelets do not fit my favorite gladiator. A fanatic hero pious has to be a fake.
Fix the cue. After the song, I need to fix the cue so to make it easier.
He is a dangerous
This sounds like
a master in his mortal cage.
trying to figure out how to describe this.
I am a savage violator of violent
I mean, this sounds like a song that was written in like 1312 or something. This is Nico, experimental singer who was a guest singer on the Velvet Underground's debut album. That's pretty much all I know about Nico. Wow, that was fucking weird ass ending to that. Hold on, I gotta fix the cue if I can. Go away. Shit, what did I just do? Son of a bitch. I don't know what fixes. Anyway. Okay, that was so weird. Everything about that was weird. I mean, she's always kind of sung weird, even on the Velvet Underground debut. Which I can enjoy her on that album to a certain extent. I suppose I prefer the other members of the band to be seen, but I don't hate her vocals. That was all kinds of weird, especially the ending. Just got like straight up experimental. I mean, I enjoyed that to a degree. I think I can give that a 7. Like, most of it sounded like some shit from, like, old England in, like, the 1300s. Like, something that would be written during the Black Plague. And then just the fucking weirdest outro of just whatever kind of synthesizer solo that was. And I'll throw that like a 7. That had its... I don't know. That had something. There's something in it. Okay. The Endless Enigma Part 1 by ELP. Still don't know why y'all give me prog songs to listen to when I am not a prog fan. But, alright. Y'all must be in an experimental mood today. Or an avant-garde mood, at the least. How do I feel about King Crimson's Discipline? I remember liking a couple. I don't know if I've heard the whole thing, but I know there's a couple good songs on it. Well, I mean, as y'all probably know, I'm not a huge prog fan. Although that wasn't the typical form of prog that y'all have me listen to or that I'm like familiar with. That was a little more avant-garde, I guess, a little more abstract, which can certainly be fun. It's when they were singing, it still had, or they, I guess it's just Greg Lake singing. It still didn't sound like what I want prog to sound like. It still sounded like the typical prog sound that I just don't understand why people like so much. But the instrumental was pretty solid. 6.5 to a 7. It was fine. Alright, White Light, White Heat by the Velvet Underground. Which version do you want? Why does production sound so shitty? Well, it's definitely intentionally like crazy raw. I don't know, Velvet Underground just likes shit to be chaotic. That is just some like blisteringly raw production. It's the most. Can you get more like fuzzed out and like chaotic sounding production than that? I don't even know if it's possible, honestly. Type in his fucking name. That'll bring up exactly what you wanted for some reason. Okay. Banger song though. Super fun song. Very catchy. For whatever reason, they kind of make the insanely rough and angry production that's just like the messiest thing you've ever heard. For some reason they make it work. Yeah, cool lyrics, great melody, very catchy, very fun song. 8 to an 8.5. Alright, Helen of Troy by John Cale. Never heard a John Cale song before. What stars would have to be pulled for you to listen to the Smiths' Hatful of Hollow? Is that how you put it? Well, I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's an album. I mean, you can pay me to listen to an album. I mean, albums are like $1 per minute, so $56. I mean, I'm not gonna do it right now. Don't fucking super chat $56 right now. Send me an email. There's an email. It should be an email in the description. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Yeah, I got fucking... Okay. That's... Well, I probably should have seen that coming. Oh, no, wait. Not yet.